Good evening, everyone. It's about 2 minutes after 8 o'clock. So we want to go ahead and get started with our opportunity meeting tonight. My name is Marcus Beasley, founder and CEO of the Beasley Financial Group. We welcome you tonight. I welcome you to the call. I thank you for just taking an opportunity, a few minutes of your time to go over our vision and our mission and the opportunity that we believe is a tremendous opportunity for everyone that lives on this planet. Now, I'd like to start by giving you just what our vision is. So our vision is the redistribution of wealth from Wall Street to Main Street. And our mission is we want to be the catalyst of the wealth transfer from the top 10% to the 90%. You may not know, but the top 10% income earners in the United States own 90% of this country's wealth, and the rest of us, the 90%, only own 10% of this country's wealth. So we're talking about economic injustice. Now, one of the things that I want to be clear is before you get off of this call this evening, you are going to know what only 1 in a million know and understand about the current system that we're in. We're going to share with you why we developed this economic system and to show you or impress upon you that we're doing the right thing at the right time. Okay? With that, let's get started. Now, we've talked about our vision and we've talked about our mission and what we want you to really understand, that you're in a system that wants you to fail. So let's talk about this system. Okay, let's talk about this system. So we are trading time for money. Okay, the system says you can only make a certain amount of money. It's a finite system. We all have a ceiling over our heads that we can only make a certain amount of money no matter how many hours we work. Okay, so it's a finite system, and we're trading time for money. And I've always been in the mindset that if we trade time for money, we can make a pretty good living. Well, some of us can make a pretty good living. However, wages make a living, but profits make a fortune. You are going to hear me say that pretty often. And I'll say that again. Wages make a living, and profits make a fortune. So let's kind of delve into the system. Okay, this system, based on the Kool-Aid that we've been given all of our lives, this system is a pretty unique system. So this system, 70% of us in this system live from paycheck to paycheck. Let that sink in for a minute. 70% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. There are 52 million Americans that have no insurance. There's 106 million Americans that are not a part of the banking and financial system. They have their own unique financial system that really takes advantage of them because they're not in the traditional banking system. Okay? Now, according to the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, and this study was done about 7-8 years ago, they valued a human life at $9.6 million. So I want you to digest that for a minute. By the way, our Social Security number is being traded on Wall Street. But $9.6 million, they say that's what the average person or the average human, that's the value. Now, if we were to work 100 years and we were to make $100,000, we would still not be paid what we're worth. Because why? This system has demons: debt, taxation, and inflation. So let that sink in for a minute. You work 100 years, you make $100,000, and you're still not paid what you are worth. This system wants to rob, kill, steal, and destroy and take away every asset that we currently have. Now, I want you to digest that for a minute. I want you all to understand this. Now, let me give you some examples. In 1979, the cost of a stamp was 10 cents. Gas was under $1. A new car was $6,800. A 3-bedroom, 2-bath home costs about $80,000. These are average prices. Fast forward today. The cost of a stamp is 50 cents. The cost of a new car, average cost, is over $22,000. The average cost of a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home is over $250,000. Now, what's happened? What's happened in the last 40 years? It's called inflation. Now, here's what you got to know about the system that we currently live in. Capitalism is really one of the most pure forms of government. But we're not 100% capitalism because our system has owners. And most people don't get that, and most people don't understand. Our system has owners. By the way, when you get an opportunity, look up Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution. It tells you what's legal and tender in our system. It talks about gold and silver. So you can just make sure you Google that. Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution. It will tell you what's legal and tender in this country. And it mentions only gold and silver. Does not mention anything about the U.S. dollar. From 1836 to 1913, there was no central bank in the United States. You're not going to see this in any history books because they don't want you to know that. No central banks. During the industrial age, America was most prosperous during that time. From 1913 now until 2019, 106 years, our dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power. I want you to understand this. The purchasing power of $1 in 1954 was $1. Now the purchasing power of $1 has lost 98% of its value. And this is because of inflation, which is caused by the banking cartel. So what I'm about to share with you is probably going to shock you, but sit back and get ready for what I'm about to say. Okay? Our banking system, first of all, has owners. There's a central bank in every country except 3. Iran, Cuba, North Korea are the only countries that don't have a central bank. One particular family owns all of the central banks around the world. Please understand, when these other countries, these 3 countries, when they get a central bank, the flow of money will be controlled by one family. That is scary. Now, this is how the system robs us. You and I, for example, we get our paychecks on Friday, every other Friday. Some people get paid every week. Every time you put your paycheck in a bank, the bank loans 90% of your money out without you knowing. They don't need your permission. They can do it whether you agree or don't agree. As long as you put the money in the bank, your deposit, the bank can loan out 90% of your money. This is called fractional reserve banking. So you put $1,000. We all put $1,000 in the bank. And this is where really it robs us. We put $1,000 in the bank, and this just a few of us on the phone, on the call tonight, right? Think about the masses of people putting the same $1,000 in the bank. So they take $900 and loan it to somebody else. But here's the kicker. Of the $900 they loan to somebody else, they do what's called bank credit. So they credit themselves the $900 that they loan or they lend to somebody else, creating free money, creating money out of thin air. So when we check when we go to the ATM and we check our banks, our bank says we still have $1,000. The report will say we still have $1,000 in the bank, which we don't. Realistically, we only have $100 in the bank because they took the $900 and loaned the $900 to somebody else, charging them interest, paying us a minute, minimal interest of less than 1%. That's why in every city you go in, pay attention to this. Every city you go in, the bank building is probably the biggest building in that city. Start paying attention when you go into different cities. So you're going to see on a massive scale how banks really rob us, because they rob us because what they're doing is they're taking the purchasing power of our dollar away from us. They're mortgaging the purchasing power of our dollar. So again, in your spare time, please look up Article 1, Section 10 of the Constitution. It tells you gold and silver was supposed to be the only legal way to settle debts in this country. The dollar is unconstitutional. I want to make sure everybody understands this. The dollar is unconstitutional. The dollar does not supposed to be legal tender. And by the way, when you take out your dollar or take out your any money that you may have, look at the top of it. It says Federal Reserve note. In understanding a note is a debt. Every time money is created, somebody has to repay that debt. So the banks are the reason, or the banking cartel, the central banks, or the Federal Reserve Bank, they are the reason that we have such negative hardships economically and financially on families. You buy a home, it costs $200,000. By the time you pay it off in 30 years, you pay triple what the value is of the home because of inflation and because of interest. Interest is created. It's made up. So I just want to give you all some perspective on why we exist. Because the reason many of us have really not excelled in this economy is because we're in the wrong system. We're in the system that wants to take advantage of us. We're being taken advantage of every single day, every single time we put our paychecks in a banking system. Now, in our system, and as you look at your screen, in our system, we developed an ecosystem. Now, our ecosystem is based on rewarding both the user and the marketer. Now, looking at your screen, our financial rewards mall, our marketplace mall, is based on 3 components. 3 platforms. You have your savings and reward stores. We're just like a brick and mortar mall. You go to your local mall, Macy's, Lord & Taylor, Bloomingdale's, they're all in the mall. When you go in and shop, they're in business to make a profit. Here's what you got to understand. Macy's, Lord & Taylor, and Bloomingdale's, they pay the owners of the mall. Not only do they pay them rent, but they pay them a percentage of the profits that they make in the mall. There's no difference with us and with you. Now, the most compelling thing about this economic system is we want to make sure that we're in the front of all trends. Now, there's a disturbing report, and really I feel sorry for millennials, because I saw an article today that says not only are millennials indebted, millennials face tremendous debt, tremendous college debt. But now millennials have to now war against not only debt, but the digital economy and artificial intelligence. There's a study done by The Guardian. That says by 2053, that all brown people in the United States, the net worth of brown people by 2053 will be zero because of the digital economy and because of artificial intelligence, AI. Retail jobs are going to be replaced. Taxi jobs, a lot of restaurant jobs, call center jobs, all are going to disappear because of the digital economy and because of artificial intelligence. Now, looking at your screen, I want you to see we have 3 categories. So in the savings and rewards, and these are all stores in the mall. So you have a banking store. There's a rewards mall with 1,200 stores, auto insurance, all types of insurances, Medicare, mortgage, residential and commercial energy, wireless services, international calling. You can get all of these services, you and your customers and your partners can shop in their own back office, and you get paid subscription revenue and you get paid commissions when people shop. So now let's look at another platform. This is the wealth building, wealth creation stores in your mall. Everyone's heard of digital currency, banking on yourself. This component is really exciting to me because this component shows you how to utilize permanent insurance and how to implement the process of financing within your own family structure. Gold and silver banking that we're able to do, and small change reinvestment services, real estate services. So you can invest just like the top 10% do. Now keep in mind, all of these components in these 3 categories have videos, except the only one that does not have a video is the small change reinvestment, or the small change investment, real estate investment for everyone. This does not have a video. But all of the other components has a video. This is a rewards mall. Now the third platform, or the third group of stores, is called the business opportunity stores. So now you have business opportunities within the platform. If you decide that I want to have a residential commercial energy business, you can do that. If I want to have a rewards mall with 1,200 stores to send my friends, family, colleagues, co-workers, acquaintances, if I want to send them to my mall, they can shop. When they shop, I make money. The cashback rewards mall saves you up to 30% and gives you back up to 30%. If you want to be paid in gold and silver, you can have a gold and silver banking business. You can have a digital business card business, wireless services, international calling, telehealth. You can even market your business. We have ways for you to market your business. So what I'm sharing with you, these are stores within your digital mall. And I really want you to understand the most simplistic way to understand what we're doing here is we're creating a digital economy for anyone over the age of 18. There's no experience required, no experience necessary. We will train you on how to present the business. We will speak to people on your behalf and help you grow your business. My responsibility is to ensure that every single person on this call, every single person that joins us, in 12 to 18 months, you should have a decision to make, whether or not you want to continue to wake up in the morning and go to a place that you really, it rents your time. Because we're trading time for money. So our jobs, our 9 to 5s, or wherever we work, we spend 25%. If you work a minimum of 40 hours a week, you spend 25% of your time being rented to your 9 to 5. True wealth is your time. So I want to make that clear, that you understand that true wealth is your time. We're not going to put a number on what it would take for you to become totally financially free. You know that number. But our goal and our responsibility is to ensure that your time becomes your own, that your time is not being rented by your 9 to 5. Okay? Now, look at your screen. I want to take you to the heart and soul of our business. Now, I would encourage you all to look at the opportunity video and the compensation video. Very informative. It will answer any questions that you have. If you still have questions, you reach out to the executive partner or the person who invited you or shared the opportunity with you. In addition to that, you can reach out to any of the executive partners, and we will be glad to answer any and every question that you could possibly have. Now, looking at your screen, I want you to understand this. This is the heart and soul. This is subscription revenue. Keep in mind, this does not have anything to do with when your customers or the people that partner with you join your opportunity and join your business. This is not when they shop. This is not the income when they shop. That's a separate commission from what I'm about to share with you. So look at your screen. So let's say an executive partner, let's say that Gary James is referring you and you're John. If you look at the persons in the first, third, and fifth positions, in the sixth and seventh positions, they have the dollar sign and they're wearing the green shirts. That's because what we do, we encourage you to have 5 people to partner with you. Now, the persons in the second and fourth position, they go up to your referring partner. So if Gary James or Kelvin Tom or Domingo Gonzalez or Marilyn or Shelley or Danielle or anybody, any of our executives, James or Pace, any one of our executives, if they invited you and shared the opportunity with you, when you partner with 5 people or when 5 people partner with you, the persons in the second and fourth position goes up to your referrer. Now, the same thing happens when the persons in the first, third, fifth, sixth, and seventh position. I want you to pay close attention to this. Look at the persons in the sixth and seventh position. It says, the green little arrow above says to infinity. That means you can sponsor or have as many people to partner with you as you desire. For illustrative purposes, we are just saying to you that we want you to partner with 5 people. We want you to share the opportunity with 5 people who will join your business. Once these 5 people join your business, when they get their 5 people, the persons in the second and fourth position, they go up to your referrer, but the persons in the first, third, fifth, sixth, and seventh position, they stay with you. When they get their 5 partners, 2 of their 5 partners come up to you. So for illustration purposes, right, you have the person in the first, third, fifth, sixth, seven. That's 5 people. So when they get their 5 people, 2 of them come up to you. That's 10 people that will automatically come up to you on your level. By the way, this only pays on one level. This is unilevel. This is not a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. So it does not ever form the shape of a pyramid. I want to make sure we are clear about that. This is not a pyramid scheme. But what I would say to you, this is like an amoeba, because your business begins building itself. So let's take that example. You have a person in the first, third, fifth, sixth, and seventh position. When they get their 5, 2 of them come up to you. That's 5 times 2. That's 10. So those 10 people, when they get their 5, 2 of them come up to you. 10 times 2, that's 20. 20 get their 5, 2 come to you. That's 40. That's 80. That's 160. That's 320. That's 640. That's 1,280 people that automatically come up to you, and you only recruited or partnered with 7 people. You got your 5, plus you got the persons in the 6th and 7th position. And remember, the persons in the 2nd and 4th position, they went up to your referring partner. From 0 to 499 partners, you are paid $4 subscription for every subscriber in your business. Once you hit the 500th partner, you're making $8 per partner. You now are making $4,000 a month. And again, your business is going to build itself without any help from you. We wanted to make this simplistic. We wanted to have an opportunity for your business to grow like an amoeba and build itself. This is the heart of our compensation system. And also, let me remind you again, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that this is not the shopping commissions. This is only subscription fee revenue. One other point I want to add to you, and that point is you got to make sure that you understand the compensation plan. But I don't expect, nor the executive partners, we don't expect you guys to go out and just be really good at knowing everything from A to Z. What I want you to do is to go in the site and kind of look at the videos and familiarize yourself with the components, familiarize yourself with the compensation plan. And if you have any additional questions, you make sure you let your executive partners know or your founding partners. Ask the questions. We will be glad to answer any and every question that you have. Okay, now looking at the screen. Let's log in and let's go to the back office. So I'm logging in. I'm not a robot. Okay, this is the heart of our system. So now you're in the back office. A free member can also get this, and a free member can shop in the Marketplace Mall. Now understand, when they go in and register as a free member and they do not upgrade, they're going in as you. Your name is going to be at the bottom. Your name is going to be at the bottom of the site. Okay? Now when they click right under dashboard, upgrade is going to show up. And when they click on upgrade, it'll take them to PayPal where they can pay. New partners, that's where you go. Once you register, and then when you register, it's going to take you back here. Once you register, you upgrade, and you become a subscribing partner. Now, give you a high-level overview. This is your profile. Your profile under details has your username, your name, your Uphold account, training call, information, your address. If you want to put all of that information in here, you can. Under accounts, if you have an existing PayPal account or any manual or offline payment account, you can put it there. Website is going to take you to your website. Now you're going to have a URL that's specific to you. Okay? Now if you go into options here, now this is cool because all of your social media pages can be put in one place. So if you want to put anything on your social media pages, this is where you go in and do it. This is emails. Follow along with me. If you want to send messages to anyone on your team, you can. This is to log out. If you look to the right, it gives you a username. If you want to do a testimonial, you can do a testimonial. If you want to update your account and make any changes, you can do that as well. Now I'm clicking on dashboard. Hits campaigns, it tracks for you how many people have hit your site, how many people you've invited to your site. It gives you the history on commissions and transactions. It tells you who's been paid on your team. It tells you how much money you have in your e-wallet. It tells you how much money you've earned. You can also put a start date if you want to track a particular time frame. You can do a search. Subscribing to our newsletter. It tells you how many people on your team has, how many referrals. It tells you your referrals. How many people on your team? It tells you how many people are on your team. If you're looking at the screen. The download, this one is pretty cool because this one tells you we have what we call our banking system. And let me just share some information about our banking system. Remember, we talked about how the banking system, the traditional banking system, is really robbing us blind. It's mortgaging our future. It's taking the purchasing power of our dollar, and it's just basically just crumbling it. But we have a banking system that we have an internet system that you can move money around the world, send money to whomever you want. You can do it digitally. You can do it via email, do it via text. So we have an internet banking system that does not loan your money to anybody. And we can't create free money because if we did that, we'd be in prison. Only the banks are allowed to create money out of thin air. So you see how the system is. I want to make sure you all understand that we are in a system that is designed for us to fail. It's designed to take every asset that we have. That's why we're doing the right thing at the right time. The problem is we've been in the wrong system for so long. Now we are accustomed to the system, and we think because this system tells us that it's doing right by us, then we accept it as law. Ladies and gentlemen, always ask questions. Always think, well, why is this way? I've always been an inquiring person, and for the life of me, I never really could grasp my head around the system and why inflation just happened. So I began to research, years and years of research, until I've come across and found out through God's grace and through revelation why this happened. And this is purposely done. So back to our bank account. You can send money to whomever. You can gold and silver bank. You can cryptocurrency bank, which the traditional banking system cannot do. So kudos to our system. Our system is actually better than theirs, and our system will not rob us. Several years ago, there was a little island off of Greece called Cyprus. You all may not have been aware of this, but it was on CNN one Saturday morning where people were lined up to take their monies out of the banks. Because the Friday before, just a day earlier, the banks were going to charge people fees and taxes based on the amount of money they had in the bank. Guess where Cyprus, the government of Cyprus, guess where they got that idea from? You're right, you got it. They got that idea from the United States Federal Reserve System to tax people's savings in bank accounts. So I just want you to be aware of what's going on. Just be aware of what's going on so you can make decisions based on your family, based on your loved ones, because we've got to put ourselves in a position to win. Our system wins because our system rewards the users and the marketers. Our system rewards you for the things that you need on a daily basis. All types of insurances, all types of banking, your gas and electric, your shopping, your gold and silver. We're even adding, in addition to gas and electric, we're adding cable. $49.95 cable. Hundreds of channels. All you need is an internet. Get it on your smart TV, get it on your digital phones, get it on your iPads. Wherever there's an internet connection for $49.95, and what's even better than that, For every person you refer, you get $10 per month. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the business of disruption. Tired of the system taking advantage of us, taking all of our wealth and not sharing it with us. In this system, our system, we are sharing wealth amongst one another. Each and every person on this telephone, your families, you have a legal right to have a healthy financial lifestyle. Gone are the days where Babylon is supposed to tell you where you can live, where you can shop, how long you can go on vacation, what time you got to come in, what time you got to go to lunch, what time you got to go home. We are in the business of eliminating all of that by creating a system that is going to reward you for participating in it. Okay, now let's look at some stores. So here's the heart of the mall. Here's our banking store. So I click on our banking store, and you scroll to the bottom. It gives you a video and tells you about the store. Click on enroll. Go to uphold. You go here and sign up for your digital banking. So we can put fiat currency in here. All fiat currency is dollar bills of the United States and up to 40 foreign currencies of different countries. The yuan, the yen, the pound, the sterling. Yes, we can bank that way in our system. Okay, now let's look at a couple more stores in your mall. You have auto insurance, life insurance, homeowners insurance. If you need health plans, if you need Medicare providers for persons who are 65 and older, if you want to get a mortgage, electric and gas, here's your cashback mall. We're going to click there. We go down. There's the video. Tells you about the store in the mall. Click and roll. Here's a rewards mall. So here's your mall. Groupon. Most popular merchants. How it works in easy 3 steps. Sign up, shop online, get money back. Go shopping. To your left, the categories, automotive, from automotive all the way to wedding and photography. It tells you the merchant, it tells you the offers, the discounts, and it tells you the rewards you're going to get back. Let's look at a couple more stores, but I want you all to see this is the heart of what we do. We're giving you a digital platform just like Amazon. You are your own Amazon. You're like Amazon. So you also notice here, these are color-coded. Remember, we talked about the 3 categories. The blue is savings and rewards. The purple, business opportunities. And the green is the wealth creation or wealth building stores. Silver and gold IRA banking. Let me click there. There's a video to explain. Here's the information about the store. Click and roll. Go to our vendor. And what's really cool about this is our vendors will make the sale for you. All your customers and or your partners, all they have to do, go on the site, make the call, and our vendor partners will do the selling for you. Nothing is required on your part. That's pretty cool. And guess what? You make money when they shop. In addition to receiving money on subscriptions. Let's look at one other store. International calls. Let's say you know some people, again, the video, the information about the store. Enroll. Cheap international calling, where you're calling from and where you're calling to. If you know some people that are from foreign countries, you just sign them up. Pinless international calling for your customers and your partners. So I want to make sure that everyone is clear, that everyone understands that this is just like a brick and mortar mall, except this is a digital platform. And I shared with you earlier in the call where the trend is going. The trend is going to digital and artificial intelligence, AI. This is where retail shopping is headed. We want to be in the forefront of that trend. So we're giving you the opportunity to be a business, a mall owner, that your customers and partners, when they shop, your subscribers, when they shop in their mall, you make money from it. Your customers, when they shop in their mall, even if they have a free account, you make money from it. For only $19.99 the first month and $14.99 a month, for less than $200, you have a digital mall platform. And when you partner, or when 3 people partner with you, when you first get your original 5, remember you pass 2 up, but you keep the 3. When the 3 gets 2, that's 6. Plus the 3 you have, that's 9 times 4, that's $36 a month. You have already made money. That's over $400 that you would make in a year. You only paid less than $200 for your business. So you're $200 in the positive just by 5 people partnering with you. We've made this easy. We've made this simple. We've given you all of the tools that you're going to need to be successful. Now, one other thing that I want to share with you, and the founding partners and the executive partners, they know this, you're going to get a digital business card. Now, this digital business card, I'm going to put my digital business card in here. So look at your screen. This is my digital business card. Your digital business card is going to have your picture. If you look at your screen, people can call you, they can email you. When they click www, that's going to be your unique URL. So it's important that you understand that when you sign up as a partner, you make sure you go to the bottom of the page to make sure you sign up with the person who's inviting you to the opportunity. Because we've had to go back in the back office and make several changes. So we want to make sure that you're doing this the right way and the correct person is getting credit for the sign-up. Here's the SMS. Okay? Now this is the executive team that you see on the screen. So it's going to show their different faces, but it's going to show our work. It's going to show our video. This is going to be on your digital business card. It's going to have a section that people can contact you through their phone. Because when they put their information in and they click send, they can add you to contacts, or they can add you to their mainframe or their laptop. They can put your digital card on their laptop as an icon. Pretty cool. So we're giving you all of the tools that you need to be successful. So you're in a business for yourself, but not by yourself. You have all of the support that you're going to need. We've made it really easy for you because you really don't have to explain anything, because the videos really do a good job of explaining the opportunity. But should you or should your customers or your partners that join you or join your opportunity, if they have additional questions, you reach out to your executive partners or your founding partners who shared the opportunity with you. Now, with that being said, any questions? Any questions, any comments? Executive partners, any comments? We've had some executive partners to shop in the mall. And if you need to reach out to any one of them or any one of us, we'll be glad to share anything that we possibly can with you regarding the opportunity and our experiences. So any questions, any comments?
I have a quick question, Marcus. Are you going to mention anything about the TV service that'll be coming on soon?
The what service, Kelvin?
The TV service?
The TV service, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just kind of mentioned it earlier, but yeah, I wanted to let you all know. And thanks, Kelvin. That's a really good point. Really good segue to lead into. But again, for $49.95. So cable has always been a thorn in my side, right? Because I've always felt that cable has been a ripoff. So for $49.95, you're going to get all of these channels, the same channels that you're used to. You can put in your smart TV. You can put on your laptop, your desktop, your iPad, your mobile smartphone, that you can watch TV for $49.95. All you need is an internet. All you need is internet access. For $49.95, get all of the channels that you get. But in addition to that, you refer people, everybody that you refer to the cable, the streaming TV service, you make $10 a month. So let's say you refer 25 people. That's $250 a month. We're not even talking about your subscription revenue, and we're not talking about your shopping revenue. We're just talking about referrals from one component.
Hey, Marcus, how you doing?
Yes.
Hey, it's Will. How you guys doing there on the East Coast there?
We're doing well.
Kevin, to go ahead and incite more on that, me and Marcus had a lengthy conversation with the individual that brought that to the table. It's the most exciting thing that, I get more inquiries on that than anything else. Here's the thing, Kevin. Now, let me ask you this. When you think of this beyond the scope of just in the home, let's say you want to travel somewhere. Now you're somewhere, and this might be something you really want to do. Now, one thing we did not bring in there that we're going to say the package includes sports channels, guys. Just like, let's say you're somewhere now, the Final Four is coming on, or it's somewhere where there's a blackout for the Ravens. You know, hey, you guys, what's in the Baltimore Ravens Steelers? We already know how strong that is. Let's say it's blacked out. You're not blacked out. You're not blacked out at all. You see the game. And then all of a sudden you got to go to the store or you got to go somewhere else. Let's say kids got a recital or what have you, but you have the ability, you can just pick up your Android or your iPhone and look at the game. And all of us know in a lot of cases, happy wife, happy life. You got to where you got different type of programs you can see, just as pay-per-view. You can go just like how you can just go ahead and look at each episode that's already filmed. Now, anticipation is we're trying to do it within as soon as we can. There's certain restraints we're trying to just go ahead and work out. But we're going to promise you we're going to try to have that, let's say, within the next 10 to 15 days. That's what we're going to. We want that to be one of the strongest things that can be established out there for May. It's spring, so let's get sprung on that. That's what we're trying to go ahead and get done. Is that answering your question a little bit there, Kevin?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand. I just wanted to make sure, Marcus just, gave us a little bit more information. I mean, basically, we'll pretty much have all of the different services that someone could use in a home, from electricity, gas, now TV service. So once you can bundle all these cell phone, so once you can bundle all these services, you know, someone needs anyone you talk to is going to need something or can use something, because everyone has a cell phone, everyone has electricity, everyone has, you know, gas in their house, and now with TV service. So it's just, you know, someone will need something, and then you can also say, hey, we can also do, you know, ABC for you. So it's something for everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, Will, and thank you, Kelvin. Are there any more comments, any questions? If there are no more questions or no more comments, I would suggest that you get back with the person who shared the opportunity with you. We thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to you being in your wealthy place. We look forward to you joining our team and joining our business, and let's take this thing around the world. And see you in your wealthy place. Have a good night, everybody, if there are no more questions.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night.